Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly. Once we.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks got a nice win over the Lakers tonight on their West Coast stuff. West Coasting tonight. And we're back here in the Losers Lounge, man. Tony, let's go with you, brother.
I'm feeling good, Sim. I'm celebrating my birthday early. You know what I mean? Normally I'd be asleep right now, ready to wake up, but I'm celebrating until I fall asleep, man.
You took the day off for your birthday?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yo, I feel
Because
you, man.
I knew this was gonna be a late game. It was gonna fall in line, so
I feel you on that
they
one.
gave me my present. Shout out to the Knicks.
Yeah. That's how you gotta do it. That's how you gotta do it, man. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this. I know it's late or early, whatever you want to say. We'll go ahead and get into this, man. First things first, with the crying LeBron James. My man Danny said to lose to the Knicks in your house is embarrassing. Palenka, you need to examine this team. This team isn't it. I'm out. It still baffles me a little bit why everybody thinks the Knicks are just trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? It's embarrassing to lose to the Knicks. How long is it going to be before the Knicks shake off that stink, that reputation that they're not a good basketball team?
I mean, it's hard for me to even look at it subjectively because I'm a Knicks fan. I've always been a Knicks fan. I've always been in this bubble, right? But it is frustrating, that the stink of the Knicks and Bruises era, what I mean, it doesn't, what I mean, it's still out there. It's still out there. But part of that is the narrative that I think was put out there in mainstream media.
Yeah, right. And then of course you got some people who are just casually watching the NBA, really only focusing on their team, so they don't know anything else of what's going on in the NBA. You know what I mean? And then they get surprised when they see a team, that was formerly terrible, actually be a good basketball team.
And that's one thing I noticed about these Lakers fans. They don't know the Knicks players. They know Randall because he used to play there.
Right.
They know Brunson a little bit because he was on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of our team, they don't really know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they have no idea who they are. I mean, it is what it is. The Knicks are proving who they are all across the league. Hopefully it's gonna turn into something. But right now, the Knicks are proving, um, they're proving who they are across the league.
Yeah, maybe they learned today.
Maybe they learned today. Right. Maybe they learned today. And just another example of this. Dude, Chris said, always one random player going off on us every game. Quickley is that player tonight. And then you see Tony said nothing random about Quickley. You dig?
They don't know. They don't know.
They don't know. They don't know. You know what I mean? They don't know. It's crazy. Kevin Burton.
And no, I was just gonna add. I mean, part of that too is, like you said, they don't watch. They may be casual fans. They only watch their team. Knicks were in the playoffs. Quickley didn't really have a great showing. You know what I mean? So the little bit that they did see on a mainstream scale, the playoffs. You know what I mean? I get it. Just to what I mean, give them a little bit of bail.
Yeah.
But ain't nothing random about Quickley.
Right, exactly. what I'm saying? You know, the hard thing about, like, if you had Lakers fans on here, the hard thing to argue with the Lakers is because they, you know, they've won like the Celtics. They've won so many championships.
Mhm.
They can always fall back on that. Like, yeah, well, we
Mhm.
win championships.
And that's one thing again that I realized tonight going through the Lakers chat. They might be my least favorite fan base. It- like because they have that history to fall back on.
Right.
And granted, LeBron came, half of you were happy, half of you were mad. Y'all get your championship with LeBron, but prior to that, record for record, y'all been right there with us as bottom feeders. You know what I mean? The last years before LeBron got there.
True.
But they don't acknowledge that.
No, because they're gonna fall back on all the years that they've won championships. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna fall back on that every time. Well, yeah, well, you know, we got the most championships in the NBA or whatever it is. And they're gonna fall back on that every single time. You know, I don't know. But some of them don't like their team. Trade D'Lo, Rui, Prince, Wood. Who is hates? I don't know who that's supposed to be. AD and Braun for every pick OKC has.
Oh, probably Hayes, Jackson
Oh,
Hayes.
Hayes, yeah, probably Jackson Hayes. I mean, what do you think about this Lakers team?
Honestly, I think they're built for the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? They're built for the playoffs. They're built for if healthy, they're built for a good run in the playoffs. I don't think any team in the West is gonna be like, oh, we want the Lakers. You know what I mean? Like we favor that matchup as opposed to another matchup, especially if AD is on his A game
Right.
and
Healthy.
so healthy. But
Healthy.
their window is not that of other teams. You know what I mean? Even though, you know, LeBron is still doing what he's doing, no matter I don't care what you say, at some point it's gonna tail off. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Ah. Anthony said, too much talent in the West. This ain't gonna get it done. You think it's too much talent for the Lakers to get it done in the West?
I mean, again, I think they're built for the playoffs, and I don't think there's a team that wants to face them. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Now I can understand that. I mean, first of all, you know, you're gonna be facing LeBron in the playoffs. So, you know, LeBron is just, you know, his brain for basketball is just ridiculous. You know what I mean? So anytime you're playing the Lakers, if they have LeBron on the team and he's playing as good as he's playing this year, they're gonna have a chance. They're gonna have a chance. So definitely, I agree. No team is really gonna want to play against the Lakers. Um, Olakon said, as long as Ham is still coaching, I'm not watching no more Lakers basketball. We had a chance to go up in the fourth, but no. Uh, oh, do you think? What do you think about Darvin Ham?
I don't think he's a good coach. Actually, he might be the reason they don't win a championship as opposed to like the talent in their team. I think is good enough. You know what I mean, to compete with anybody in the West. He may be one of their weakest links, in my opinion.
Mm,
I don't know what he does. I mean, he's supposed to be a defensive coach, defensive
right,
minded coach. They
right,
are top defensive team. Um, but I don't know if that's because of him. I don't know if he's brought that mentality. And I've noticed in games that I've watched, not against the Knicks, just Laker games I've watched, him make some. I don't want to say stubborn. That's a word a lot of guys use about Tibbs. But I've seen him make some questionable coaching decisions. I'll say that.
How much does that have to do with him being, um, just
Second year.
yeah, and he's just just young to the world of coaching in the NBA.
I mean that could be 100% fair. But if I was a Lakers fan, I think it's about winning now and maximizing what we have now. So it's not you know what I mean. If this was a young rebuilding team, sure, culture, you know what I mean, defense, teach, and but not. That's one thing I will say about Lakers fans. They want to win every year. They expect to win
Mm-hmm.
every year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they don't have time to wait for the coach to grow.
Right. I mean, but why would they bring him in? I mean, knowing that he has. Here's what I think. I think they brought him in because they wanted him to be the tough guy, but really let LeBron be
hmm
the brain.
Now, I agree with you 100%. I think LeBron 100% signed off on it. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean? So
oh yeah, no doubt about it. Because
and that's kind of been he's had those kind of coaches in the past.
right, Tyronn Lue.
I wasn't gonna single any particular one out, but
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even trying to diss Tyronn Lue, but everybody always is like, "Oh, Tyronn Lue, he's this." Even we're talking about Tom Thibodeau. Oh, go get Tyronn Lue, and I'm like, what has Tyronn Lue really done besides have LeBron James? You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done anything with the Clippers. I mean, they beat us just the other day, but yeah, he hasn't really done anything with the Clippers. And I know they've suffered injuries and all that stuff. I get that, but I don't see him as being this great coach. My opinion. He's he's been fortunate enough to coach great talent. And so and I look at Darvin Ham the same way. Right now he's been fortunate enough to have LeBron and AD on his team. I don't see that he would be if he had the Knicks. I mean, he I don't know. If he had the Knicks, would he be the same coach? I don't know.
I mean, to you guys' credit, he probably would be able to coach more. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I would have thought they would have went for a more established, and I'm referring to last year. You know what I mean? Like this is year two. It is what it is. Ain't our problem. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I thought they would have wanted as an organization a more established, more winning
Right.
coach.
Right.
But
Yeah.
some people don't want to be coached.
And there it is right there. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody that can just listen to LeBron. I think that's how I feel. I mean, the only time LeBron has really had that kind of a coach is when he was
Spo
with Spo.
and Raleigh. Well, no, Raleigh didn't come down for him.
No,
That's right. He wanted Raleigh to come down. Yeah, Spo.
only time that he had, and you remember rumors back then. It was like LeBron wants to get out of Miami because he can't do what he wants.
hmm
Da 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 da. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how long this lasts. The coolest said Derek Fisher. Oh, said he's like Derek Fisher. Greg said, Tony, if you think the Lakers coach is actually coaching and not LeBron and Davis, you might be wrong. He's just a tool.
No, I agree.
But he's got to make some decisions while he's out there because, you know what I mean?
Is that what they consider lame duck coach, or is that a
I
different
think,
reference?
yeah, that's a little different reference. Lame duck is like he's there, but he's gone.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Not for nothing. Greg said, not for nothing. At least he's not as bad as Fizdale. It's not too many people that can be as bad as Fizdale. Fizdale was, oh my God. And all these people said that he was going to be, he was supposed to be this great coach. Man, that was a fiasco.
You know what the sad part is? Like the part that stung the most is, as a Knicks fan, you always wanted to work. I believed in him. You know what I mean? Like I was excited to get him.
So did I. So did I. All the talk that I heard about him, I was like, oh, maybe he's about to be the next great coach. Ended up being wow. That joint ended up being real bad.
We should revisit some of those podcasts and rewatch them.
Oh my goodness.
And make a show out of rewatching some of those podcasts.
I ain't gonna lie. Those podcasts back in the day was popping though, because we was arguing like crazy. Because the Knicks were so bad. Fizdale was so terrible. And everybody was joining in, popping their popcorn, listening to us argue.
Oh man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. This guy, Combo, said, what is it about playing the Lakers that everybody and nobody's hoop like their mama being held hostage?
Who's the nobodies?
Right.
I should have responded to him. Who's the nobodies?
Who's the nobodies? Who's the nobody?
You got IQ who's right there with 6th man of the year with Austin Reeves currently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And y'all know who Randall is, so don't act like you don't.
Right.
And y'all know what Brunson did in the West Coast.
Exactly. These bums. Then this dude, he's right, said Brian said Randall literally has multiple revenge games against the Lakers. Yeah, Randall be killing the Lakers.
He know. He remember.
Randall be killing the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? So you're nobody till somebody beats you. All right, Biggie. Yeah. Yeah, Randall does kill the Lakers. He's got that motivation because they traded him for LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They traded him to make sure, or didn't sign him or whatever it was,
to
make sure that they could get LeBron.
Yep.
Yeah. King Aber said, talking about the other one, they're probably referring to Hartenstein. I mean, Hartenstein played for the Clippers.
So they do know who he is, but that probably is who they're talking about. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it probably is.
I should have mentioned him.
Probably is, though. It probably is. Yeah, I can see that. Getting burned by a 30-year-old LeBron has got to hurt your ego. I don't think so. Everybody gets. I mean, LeBron. That's LeBron.
Yeah, he was talking about RJ there.
RJ, RJ was getting smoked by LeBron. I ain't gonna. It was bad. The first time, and RJ knew he was posting him up.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and he threw it to him, and it just spun right past him. I was like, "Oh my gosh, come on, at least foul him, RJ."
Nah, he too strong.
Yeah, he probably would have got the and one.
And that's what I was giving RJ the credit for. Like, he tried to body up and do the man-to-man thing. Granted, you did. It wasn't successful, but you ain't. You know what I mean? You ain't foul him and make it worse. You ain't exacerbate it like IQ did after his turnover on that one play.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean he burned, but he couldn't do that to Randall though. I'm saying Randall can match him. Obviously, he's not as good as LeBron. It's not LeBron, but Randall can match him strength. Match his strength because LeBron is a strong dude. Like Randall's not afraid. Let's put it like that. And I'm not saying that RJ might be a little bit afraid. You know what I'm saying? But Randall's not afraid.
The second time he looked shook. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. He's
Right.
like, no, not again.
Again. I mean, LeBron, man, at 38 years old, it's going to be 39 in 10 days. 25 points a game, 7.6 rebounds, and 7.2 assists. It's crazy. And he doesn't even look close to slowing down. Not even close. I mean, so yeah, what can you say? What can you say? Said Titan said, why is Seawood not playing? Rebound the ball, shake my head. The Knicks did dominate the glass. Why is Christian Wood not playing?
I don't know. I think it's coach's decision. I don't know what it is. I mean, Vanderbilt, I think has done wonders for them defensively. So that I mean, he's taken up some of the minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he's not playing over Rui. It maybe Rui shooting the ball better. I'm not sure, but there were a lot of comments, especially early in the game, first half, asking for Christian Woods.
Yeah.
And
I never was a fan of Christian
thought it
Wood.
was a flash in the pan.
Yeah. That's what I always thought. I just look, I don't know. I just never was a fan of him.
I was, but I'm come to realize that he's been on multiple teams now since, I mean, he had that breakout year,
Freak out.
and hasn't really duplicated it, and it's been I want to say issues along the way every time, like whether it's between him and the coach, or I mean, usually him and the coach. It's always been some kind of spat.
No. Right. Right. Can someone remind me why the Lakers signed Rui? I mean, Rui's good though.
Yeah, I know that's your guy.
Rui's good. Rui's good. I know, I mean, right now he's on a stacked team, so he's got to fight his way up. But if he's there for a little while, I think they'll learn to like Rui. You know what I mean? I think they'll learn to like him. I don't even think they gave up a lot for him. They traded
Yeah,
on.
I was gonna say the trade was a no brainer,
Yeah, it's an easy trade. I
but
don't
then
know if they had
they re-signed him. I don't know
re-signed.
what the deal was.
Yeah,
It wasn't nothing crazy though. Was it like 4 for 71 or something like that?
yeah. Greg said, "I want Rui for RJ and picks." I don't.
That's your guy, Sim. You
I don't
respond.
know if he's as good as RJ, but obviously he's not getting a chance like that with the team that he's on. But
Do you think he could play the 3?
I think so. I think he could play some 3.
You think he's a better defender?
Than RJ?
Yeah.
He might be. See, my thing would have been Rui for Obi. That would have been my thing. Rui for Obi.
Yeah, that would have been a no-brainer.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been that. And I mean, he was there. I don't know, the Knicks didn't try to get him, but that would have been the move for me. I think he would have looked, we need a backup power forward now. He would have been perfect at the backup power forward spot. Perfect. He would have been perfect there. But, and obviously that ain't happening now. But it's gonna be good. I think, let me see, Rui. Oh, the Lakers signed him for 15.7. Well, he's on a contract of 15.7 this year, 17 million next year, and 18.2 the year after that. So, he does have a, fairly nice size contract for, a player of his status, I guess. 6'8", 230 pounds. He's a smart player though. I think he'll pay off dividends for him. I think.
The funny thing is, I I could have had this comment posted 6 different times with a different name. Like like that's
Right.
that's how they
Right.
was.
Right. Yeah. My man Dip said, "Who is the Lakers customer service rep? I need to file a big complaint on Ham." Oh boy. Greg said, "Trade Grimes, someone else for Rui." Not now. We need to save that $18 million for IQ now. Need to save that money for IQ. And if he would have came to the Knicks, I don't think the Knicks would have paid him that much anyway.
Nah.
Unless he was cooking, then they would have had something to think about. But not now. He ain't giving him that money now. Shoot. Crazy. Anyway, put this last one up. F the Lakers. And Darvin Ham. We finished with that one.
Oh man.
We finished with that one. I hope Lakers fans see this.
We have a identical record now with the Lakers after the win.
Let me see.
15-11.
Yeah. The Knicks are 15. No, the Lakers are 15-12.
Okay.
Yep, they've lost 2 in a row.
Okay. Yeah. Man. Yeah. It feels good to hear what the opposing fans.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Feel.
Now, if the Knicks can beat Brooklyn, they can send Brooklyn below 500. The Knicks can now be, they'd be 5 games above 500. They'd close a little bit of ground on Orlando. So we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, somebody in the chat earlier, they said it's Milwaukee, OKC, Orlando.
Oh, the Knicks?
Yeah, after Brooklyn, Milwaukee, OKC, Orlando.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm looking forward to that OKC game too.
Beat Brooklyn, get one of the Milwaukee games, then beat OKC. Well, and and Orlando, get one of those games.
Preferably Orlando. You know what I mean? Because that's a full game.
Right. Preferably Orlando. Yep. So if you beat Brooklyn, you get one of the Milwaukee games. You get one of the games with OKC and Orlando. That's another 3-2 stretch.
We should be coming upon a home streak soon, right?
Yeah, we should. I don't want to say another 3-2 stretch because Brooklyn would be part of the other 3-2 stretch. So you'd be 2-2, playing against, 4 playoff teams. So.
Yeah. Well, we knocked
going up now.
Say that again.
Because both Milwaukee games are at home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Then they go to OKC, and then they go to Orlando. Then they go to Indiana. So they had another road trip.
Damn. Yeah. So we had a lot of road games this year. A lot of back-to-backs, a lot of road games.
Yep. So they come home and play 2 games. Then OKC, Orlando, Indiana. Then they're home for 2 games. Then away for 2 games. Home for 1, away for 2. Then a 4-game home stretch. All right. So in the second half in January, they're gonna start playing a lot more home games.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'm like, it's got to be coming.
Yeah. Then in the second half of the season, let me see. Well, after the new year, Minnesota, Chicago, Philly, Washington, Portland, Dallas, Memphis, Orlando, Rockets, Washington, Toronto, Nets, Denver, The schedule is a little bit easier in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit easier. Obviously, there's still some tough teams on there, but it's a little bit easier in the second half.
Yeah, we come out
Milwaukee,
of this month.
yeah,
Say it again.
they played Milwaukee 5 times
Really?
because we played Milwaukee twice already, right?
Yeah.
And now we're getting ready to play them
2
twice,
more times.
and then we play them April 7th.
Maybe this is a sign.
Damn.
Maybe this is prepping us for a playoff match.
No, right? And then we play Boston one more time. How many times have we played Boston already?
Twice.
We've played them twice.
I believe so. They beat the first game of the season.
Yeah, we've played them twice. We play them 2 more times. We play them February 24th, and then we play them April 11th. But really, in the second half of the season, the best teams that we face are Philadelphia, Boston, and Milwaukee. Like, those are the best teams that we face. We play Minnesota. We do play Minnesota.
So we got a bunch of revenge games.
Yep.
A bunch, like we lost to all 3 of them teams.
We play Minnesota January 1st. Then that's the last time we play them. So we'll see what we can do come second half of the season. I mean, if we can get through this half of the season, 5 games above 500 after having a tough schedule, we might be looking all right. Might be looking all right.
Let them know how to support the channel.
So, he said we lost to Boston 3 times already. We didn't play them 3 times.
I don't think we did.
I mean, I know we played them in the preseason. So we played them October 25th, Monday, November 13th. Oh, we did. And we lost to them on December the 8th.
So we played them 5 times?
Oh, you know why? Because we played them
in the play-in?
That was the consolation game of the play-in.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yep, that was a consolation game of the play-in. And then we play them again. Twice more. We play them twice more. The 24th. The 24th and the 7th. So
now I hope my theory is not correct. I mean,
we might have, maybe we got to get through both of them.
I was gonna say maybe my theory is correct.
Maybe it is.
And we gonna get through both of them. If my theory is correct, that means we're gonna at least beat one of them to reach the other one. You know what I mean? So I'll take that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't care. I'll take it.
Play the two top teams in the Eastern Conference 5 times. That's how they do us, man. I might have to do a short video on that tomorrow.
5 times.
That's crazy.
Jeez. All right, we're gonna be battle tested.
Yeah, we definitely battle tested. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure to support the channel. You can support the channel by hitting that Cash App, $ nothing but Knicks, or PayPal.me/nothing but Knicks. We always appreciate your support, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so make sure you support the channel. As you know, we've been demonetized, and we appreciate your support. You can also support the channel by following other podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Believe. All right, and we got ads on these podcasts. So guess what? You can go, cost you nothing. You can go listen to these podcasts and, support the channel in that manner. and then share it. Get other people to follow those podcasts. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate your time. I'm about to get up out of here. It's 3:00 in the morning.
3:00 in the morning. We
I feel
talking
like,
Knicks. 71 people watching.
I feel
I'm
like
talking about.
Freezy out this joint. I feel like Big Freezy. Tony, man, I appreciate the time. Go get some
Always.
rest. You know, I got some work I got to do tomorrow. You know what I mean? Plus, I got basketball practice tomorrow night. So, yeah.
No doubt. Hit me up. Let me know if you're trying to do the stoop early. If
No doubt.
not, we'll knock it out tomorrow night.
No doubt. Appreciate you guys, ladies and gentlemen. We out of here. Peace.